I'm putting some sand down here, one of the many sorts of sands that I've found around our district that I come across in my work, and that'll serve as the basic ground. And once that dries, we use the same method as the ballast. Once that dries, then we can put some ballast on this track and then start constructing this tunnel portal here. So I'll show you how it works. Get it in there and lay it out flat with the spoon. So I've got some sand down in there now, and you only really need to go in as far as you're realistically going to look at from the viewer's point of view on the side of the layout. There's no need to go any further than that. So what we'll do is dribble some of that watered down PVA glue into that, and it'll seep through the sand with capillary action. We just get some drops happening there like that, and it just soaks straight in, as you can see. So we'll do that to the whole lot. So put all that sand down, soak the PVA aqua glue, watered down of course, in through it, and it's soaked all through, and we usually let that dry first before we start getting the ballast on there, otherwise it could get a bit messy. So we'll leave that for 24 hours and we'll come back. I'm going to use sifted beach sand for the ballast, because it's a reasonably coarse sort of a sand from down at our beach close by here. Of course, all your beach sand from all over the world is going to vary a bit, but this is pretty good for scale size ballast, so I'll be using that. It's slow work, but the end result is usually quite pleasing. It's good therapy doing this. Escape all the madness of the real world for a little while. So once we've spread all that ballast in there, we need to tidy it up a bit so it doesn't stick up past the sleepers. And so we get our trusty brush and give it a bit of a swirl. Have a bit of a play around like that for a while till it starts to look nice. Once we've done our brush work and spread it out, to settle it all down and make it even more even, you get your spoon you've been playing with before and tap the rails like that, and that'll vibrate the ballast in and even it all out. And that should come out pretty good. It's pretty much ready for putting the glue on now. Once again, our watered down aqua here that we've shaken the shit out of. And we start putting some drops on the ballast like that, and that'll seep in through it real fast, as you can see. Next step is to paint inside here, and these supports in here, some sort of a grey colour to give it the appearance of concrete. And I just happen to have some sample pots laying around in the shed with some greys in them, so I'll do that. I pick up a lot of these sample pots from the hardware shop when they have out they go stands where they've made up sample pots for people and they either don't want them or they didn't pick them up or they're wrong or something. But they're ideal for this sort of stuff. You get them for about $2. Can't go wrong. You use a little bit of this little dark slate colour to put a bit of texture in there. Here and there. We'll get some of this dark stuff up in here. There's going to be another tunnel portal about there. So if we paint that in there, it'll give that darkness in there for the inside of the tunnel. I've got this little bit of timber, my numerous oddments, and cut that to length and paint that up grey. Fit that across there to Gives the idea of a steel girder type bridge. And I'll attach that on there. I've got my little strip here, got a bit of glue on it. I'll place it into position. Hold it in place with a couple of nails until it... Next thing I need to do is tidy up these little wires here, they're a bit too obvious. We'll use a bit of this Seam Master stuff that I got hold of yonks ago for put some weeds and a bit of vegetation and such like along the edges of the wall there to add a little bit more realism. Just get a bit of glue happening along the edge there. This stuff on the old spoon. Chuck a bit of that along there. Next thing we need to do is cut a piece of timber to fit in here to act as the outside cutting wall. So we'll do that and come back. So what I've done here is I've cut this little piece of timber here to fit in that gap, fiddled around with it so that it fits, clamped it down like so and then drilled it and screwed it from underneath so that it holds it in place. And that's our other retaining wall there that we can finish off in here now. The scenery for our mountain part will get attached to the top of this across here, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But you can get some of our sand happening in there. Don't have to worry about clumps. There's always rocks in nature, so leave them there. Put there to one of my terminal blocks. Right, so we get some glue. So that's not bad there. Once that glue in that little crack dries, you'll never know it was ever there. So there's our basic little tunnel portal. I'll do a similar trick on this side of the join over here for where it goes back into the mountain after a short distance from the join, and it'll all match up and look pretty good. What we need to do now, of course, is run a train through it and see how it looks. Not too bad. Thought I might try one of my steamers.